So I don't know how many times you have to say the same thing over and over and over again. And I just am struggling with the relevance of all of this. But no, I had never have been.
And based off that response, that would include you've never been to Mr. Epstein's Manhattan townhome,
I have not.
his New Mexico ranch,
No, I have not.
his Palm Beach residence,
No, I have not.
his Paris apartment.
Didn't know he had one. Haven't been there. You know, I also find it very interesting because I went back and looked at the transcripts of all of your other depositions, and none of the Republicans asked a single question to any witness about Jeffrey Epstein, or any question that would help provide answers for his victims to any of the people you deposed. In fact, the only questions that were asked by the chairman to Attorney General Barr. And what were they about? They weren't about Jeffrey Epstein. They weren't about Ghislaine Maxwell. They weren't about victims and survivors. They were, General Barr, I may jump in for a couple of questions. Were you aware of the involvement of Hillary Clinton and the Clinton campaign in the Russian collusion investigation involving President Trump?
A deposition of Ms. Clinton.
Well, I'm just saying, you have kept me here for hours asking the same questions over and over again. I've given the same answers over and
Madam
over
Secretary,
again.
we
Not
will-
a single Republican
give us
at
just a
any
moment,
of your
but it's
depositions has asked a question about Epstein or Maxwell. And it does seem to me that if the members were truly interested in getting to the truth,
Madam Secretary,
you would have
I
asked
think you have enough-
Barr,
We are very
Acosta,
close to
Wexner, you
finishing.
didn't even show up
Madam
at.
Secretary, I believe we are very close to finishing.
Madam Secretary, did Jeffrey Epstein ever request any meetings with your State Department officials?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did
That's
Ms.
been asked and answered, counsel. She said she's never talked to him. She said that repeatedly.
Well, I guess they have to hear it over and over again for it
But
to,
I think you can rely on your previous
yeah,
answer.
whatever.
Did Ms. Maxwell ever request any meetings between you and your State Department officials?
Not that I'm aware of.
Are you aware of any communication between your State Department staff and Mr. Epstein or Ms. Maxwell?
I am not.
Do you?
Yeah, like third and final round. Right. This is my third and final round. That's
that's
it for
good.
me, okay? That should make you happy. You stated earlier it was false that Secret Service was dropped from some flights with President Clinton and Epstein, correct?
No, she did not say that.
Okay, who said that said that was
So let the
false?
record reflect.
Okay.
So just for clarification, her husband has never signed off of Secret Service. That means anytime he is traveling or anytime he has gone anywhere, he has not signed off from Secret Service coverage, which means the Secret Service was with him.
Okay, did you know the Secret Service was FOIA'd by FoxNews.com in 2016 and asking for this information, and Secret Service refused to provide it? I have a document here, which we can provide
Is
to
the
you.
question that because they refused to provide it,
Information to the press about flight logs, because on a 5-leg trip to Asia in 2016, it says from May 22nd to May 25th, not a single Secret Service agent is listed on the flight logs. And every other flight that he was on, they were listed on the flight logs. I had
so
this
is your
printed out.
question for the
This is an
Secret
exhibit.
Service or is your question for the Secretary?
Well, I believe it was stated earlier that it was false. I'm clarifying that
No,
public
what was stated is
reports.
false. Can we just make sure, can you read back for the record so that you are actually stating the actual
Okay,
fact?
I had stated earlier this afternoon, while we're burning time, I suppose, with the last final 10 minutes of this, it was about the Secret Service not traveling with Clinton. I asked a question about whether or not they traveled with President Clinton at all times, and when I stated that they did not, I heard false. We can get the transcript tomorrow. But this is a Fox News report that you all now have, where it states that the Secret Service did not fly with President Clinton on all flight legs with him. So I wanted to clarify the record.
To be clarify, you're saying that because Fox News reported that that the Secret Service are
They
lying.
weren't on the flight logs on a 5-leg trip to Asia in 2002.
I
Just
believe
to
the
clarify the
representative
question then.
asks the secretary, not for your testimony, Ms.
I'm not seeking to
Phelps. I
testify, I'm seeking to
appreciate it.
clarify that she is representing what the secretary said, and that she's not representing it accurately.
Okay, we can quibble over something else then. Earlier, and I don't know if did this get printed off earlier? This 8-page interview with the victim, 1350144?
This article will be majority 18.
Okay, so I have
So
exhibit
you're-
for majority
this one-
19. I don't know if this got printed off. This is, will be a document that I would like to enter as exhibit for majority, I guess, what number are we on?
One
19. It is with victim 3501.144, and the document would be -032. I asked for it to be printed off earlier, but I know that we've had issues with printing.
Can we go off the record for just a moment?
Yes.
Go off the rest.
We will go back on the record.
All right. All right, so this will be the majority exhibit number 19, and you have not reviewed this document. Have you seen this document before?
I've never seen the document before.
This is the first time you're ever seeing this document. Earlier today, in my second round, I was asking questions, and I made mention that about Bill Clinton, President Clinton's visits to Epstein Island, and that a possible cover-up about those visits, and I was called a liar, I believe, by somebody on the other side of this table. And so I told you.
I don't think I did that. Do
That I
you?
would provide this document and go over it with you. This is an interview by the FBI of an Epstein victim. It is 3501.144-032. And on page 8, which I'll give back to you, or I can read it to you. I'll give it this back. If you can read the last
You can read, then.
sentence.
Would you please read?
I'm not interested in reading something. I have no idea what it is. If you want to read it, go right ahead.
Okay, I'll read it. I was called a liar over this. So this particular victim stated on the record in an interview with the FBI, Epstein wanted blank, the name of victim number 1, to say that blank, victim number 2, was a liar and that President Bill Clinton was never on Epstein Island. So I stated earlier for the record that Epstein directed victims to lie about your husband's visits to Epstein Island. I was called a liar. This is the
Excuse me, you were
document.
called, that is not accurate. The record will reflect, and the court reporter can read it back with respect to whether or not President Clinton had ever been on Epstein Island. If somebody had represented that, that would not be
So
accurate.
I said that
was nobody
Jeffrey
made a
Epstein
statement about
directed
you.
that Jeffrey Epstein directed this victim to state a lie about Bill Clinton never visiting the island. Now on page 7, for the record, which I know you've never seen, there's a fully redacted paragraph, and that fully redacted paragraph in the unredacted files of the DOJ reveal that President Clinton, it redacts his name, and it also discusses notepads that the victim wrote down in phone calls with Jeffrey Epstein because she was told to lie about another victim and lie about Bill Clinton's visits to Epstein Island. I don't know why this information is redacted. And also the attachments in this file, by the way, there were notes. You cannot see those at the DOJ. They are still redacted, which is the reason we're here today. We want to get to the bottom of this and get the truth. My next question is.
Excuse me, was there a question?
I'm making a statement. I want to know if she's ever seen this document before, and she was aware. I was called a liar earlier. This victim was told by Jeffrey Epstein to lie about Bill Clinton's
She answered
visits
that
to.
question,
Okay.
Congressman.
I just was answering the question for the attorney. I have majority exhibit number 20 that I would like to enter into the record. And this is page 88 of a federal case between Virginia Giuffre and Ghislaine Maxwell. On page 88,
Could you hold 1 second? Oh, that's different.
That's gonna be 20?
Yes, sir.
Could you hold for 1 second, please?
No, this is something else coming here. That's 20, I think.
that's 20, right? He has in his hand 20. Your in your hand is
The other redacted page that we handed out was
the cover page.
a printout we got from the other document to hand to you guys, the exhibit 19 she was talking about earlier.
So we should be looking at Exhibit 8 right now. Is that right?
Correct.
And not anything related to the other
For
document?
the record, it is labeled Exhibit 20 but the actual document states Exhibit 8 on the front. That is
That was just the cover page I had
Yeah.
printed off just because these documents
Full
are hundreds of
clarity.
pages. I'm not an attorney.
No, forgot it.
And just to be clear, it's a single page of some exhibit to a court filing, and
That's hundreds of pages long.
There are 2 pages.
could you please represent for the record what court filing this is and what the title of the document is?
This would be the Virginia Giuffre v. Maxwell federal lawsuit. It's case 115 CB 07433-LAP, filed on the 1st of January 2024, and it's page 88 of that
What's the
documentation.
title of the filing?
It's the lawsuit.
Well, there are many.
I don't have
pleadings
the
in a
cover
lawsuit. Is it a
page. I don't have the
complaint?
cover
Is it
page
discovery?
for-
Is it interrogatories?
document.
We don't know what this is? Okay.
Can we take a minute to read this, please? Thanks.
It's the first shaded paragraph I'm gonna ask about.
For the record, Counselor.
Yes.
And Counselor,
be cognizant.
the document is a case in the Southern United States District Court for the Southern District of New York, in Virginia, Giuffre v. Ghislaine Maxwell. And I believe the Congresswoman has already stated the case number that is listed at the top of the document.
Got
Thank
that.
you for
I was
that.
just asking what pleading it was. Is it the complaint? Is it discovery? We
This
don't
would-
seem to have the title of the document.
This would be the defendant submission regarding search terms and notice of compliance with court order concerning forensic examination of devices.
Thank you.
Ready?
Who's filed this document? Who is, you know, this
Elaine
is-
Maxwell.
Maxwell filed the document, and it was
was
objecting to a search, to a discovery request? I don't understand what,
Could you help us by providing some clarification there?
yeah.
That is the clarification that we have, that this is her her submission to the court regarding a forensic analysis.
And by
Should
her,
there-
you mean Ghislaine
Miss
Maxwell or?
Maxwell's, yeah,
Okay.
Miss Maxwell's. Again, that is here. That is what this document is.
Well, it's a single page of that document.
Can we go off the record for a moment?